love a job that takes you to beautiful homes and gives you the flexibility to work anytime you want? In this episode of Jobscope, R.AGE talks to two real estate negotiators to find out how their work is like. Meet Wong Sulan, a senior real estate negotiator with 16 years of experience.
I like to move around all the time, and whenever there is no appointment, most of the time I like to go back to the office or go to the site, just have a look. So it's always on the move. Most of the time, in fact, all the time we are on the line, talking to the clients, talking to the lawyers, talking to the people required, bankers as well.
Real estate negotiators work in agencies owned by licensed real estate agents. The job involves a great deal of communication and people skills. Sulan gives training on negotiation skills in her office and how to work with people by understanding their personality.
Sometimes it's very interesting when you encounter people. You have to learn to understand people, who they are and how they behave. And to be able to, when you understand someone, it's easier to work with them. And so I would say whoever who wants to come with this line, first thing, got to like people. If you don't like to talk to people, I think maybe computer is a better line. Second thing, got to learn to communicate. And third thing is lots and lots of hard work.
The job comes with its own challenges. You may lose a deal after working hard for it, or not being able to close a deal due to certain reasons. Trends and rates change, so the real estate negotiator must also know what's hot and what's not.
At one time there was Balinese style, now it's tropical, modern tropical. So the trend is continue changing and we have to follow with the trend. We can't be advising clients to have houses to be renovated, which is not up to date, and it's very difficult to rent out.
Work trends have changed too. Sulan says that in the past, she has had to wake up at 4 in the morning to go for a 7 a.m. appointment. Now, the work schedule is far more flexible.
I like this job because there's a lot of flexi hours in it, in the sense that I can still fetch my children every day. I make it a point as far as I can. Of course, I have people stand by just in case the appointment overlap and things like that, I can't fetch them. But I would say 80% of the time I can fetch them from school and spend some time with them. And that is very important to me.
The door into this industry is always open to new real estate negotiators like Hyacinth Ivy Fernandez, who joined the industry less than a year ago. Hyacinth is a mass communication graduate who worked in the advertising industry for many years.
Why not? You know, if I can sell advertising, I can sell property. That's exactly what I felt. And I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. And when I came for the training, I was very, very convinced it's something I want to do for life. My passion is always there. I love homes. I love to show off homes. I love to decorate homes, and I love people.
Getting her listing of properties for sale and rent was difficult at first. Hyacinth sent out an email blast and worked on building relationship and trust with everyone she comes into contact with.
The blast emails actually came back pretty well. Then I had everyone introducing someone, somehow or other, and my listings just grew and grew and grew. And every time I got a buyer, whether I had a property he or she wanted or not, I would still keep in touch and say, okay, at this point in time I don't have, but if you are willing for me to look out for it, then I'll get back to you. And you don't lose a customer in that sense because you're constantly in touch with them.
Although she is not required to clock in at the office every day, Hyacinth drops in sometimes to do some paperwork and spends her time researching on developers, market rates and trends, and talking to potential customers.
Most satisfying would be to marry your buyer and your seller, marry in inverted commas, to match the buyer and the seller. It's just like us and our clothes. Yeah, there's so many on the rack, but then so many would choose different with a different combination. So to me, I find that it is really a challenge to find that exact property, that fits that personality, And when the deal comes through, I think that the sense of joy is there lah.
Whatever the market's condition is, there will still be people who want to buy, sell, or rent properties. Both Sulan and Hyacinth agree that in the real estate business, the sky is the limit as to how much you want to make.
It's like a business of your own, so as long as you have your own guided principles, okay, and how much you want to achieve for the week, the month, the year. You basically work on your own schedule, you know, and I think that's amazing. It's more than anyone can ask for.
Sulan foresees that the industry will become more professional in Malaysia, like what is happening in other developing countries.
But I would advise students to take the course because you will understand the legal side of it, you understand all the regulation and everything else. It will help in every area. Some people think that, oh, whatever I study will not help. Whatever we study will be able to be useful in this line, because this line you're dealing with all sorts of people. Sometimes you need to be able to talk to people. But if you have nothing up here, it's very difficult to talk to people.
So do you think that real estate is the field for you when you graduate? If so, polish up your communication skill, read up about the property market, and get ready to close some deals. Yang Pu Yi, The Star, Malaysia.